Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I am She Da Vinci, and today I'm going to show you how I made a mechanical puppet tail for cosplay and other costumes. For this mechanism, I took inspiration from a very old design I made years ago, and combined it with a 3D printed tentacle design I saw recently on the internet. Mainly, my idea was to allow the tail's movement method to be up to you, and make sure it was easy and cheap to make. You can tie it to your shoulders or head to make it move without needing to control it, or keep the strings accessible to move the tail yourself. And thanks to my main material being XPS foam, you can make the tail's design as creative as you want. In this video, I'll only be teaching the basic steps, but knock yourself out! The material is very light and versatile, so your creativity is the only limit. Okay, so for the materials, you're gonna need XPS foam, a proportional amount to the size and shape of your tail. Then you're gonna need a rope of at least 1 centimeter or at least a third of an inch in thickness. Any sort of string that won't break when you pull on it. Fish tank tubes of whatever thickness fits the strings you chose with a bit of extra room. And finally, a belt. As for the tools, I'll be using a stick I sharpened, a hair dryer because I don't have a heat gun or an oven. The hot glue gun is optional. I don't advise using it until after you've used the hair dryer or oven or whatever, because that was a mess. I don't want you to repeat the same mistakes I have. Okay, let's start. First step is to cut the XPS foam in as many pieces as you'll need for your tail. I suggest you first draw a sketch of the proportions you want, and think of it as an extension of your spinal column, and each piece is your new vertebra. In my case, I'll be cutting a total of 12 pieces. They all have to be of approximately the same size and shape. We'll scale it down later with heat. Make sure that each piece is an irregular pentagon prism, like a house shape. The roof of the house will have a hinge that allows the movement, and the base of the house will be what will stop the tail from tangling into itself. Second step is to poke 3 holes through every piece. One in the middle, big enough to fit the rope that you've chosen, and another one on each side, big enough to fit the fish tank tubes. Third step, cut pieces of the tank tubes and put them into tail pieces. If you want to secure them with hot glue, do it at the end before adding the strings, because otherwise you're just gonna be in a very sticky situation when we heat the pieces up. Fourth step, pull the rope through the pieces with the roofs looking away from you and tie more rope between the pieces to make space for movement. Fifth is the most time-consuming one. Now you have to pick up your hair dryer or heat gun and start blasting each piece until they've shrunk to your preferred size. If you don't have either one of those tools but you have an oven, you can try to figure out the temperature and time to shrink each piece, because I have no idea. Just don't do anything reckless, please. Sixth, pull the strings through the fish tank tubes. You can help yourself by tying a side of the string to the small stick, a hair clip, or a long needle. If you have hot glue, you can also use it to solidify the ends and make them easier to pull through the holes. Make sure to glue or tie the string to the end of the tail when you finish. That way it won't slip out or get tangled. If the tail's movement is too stiff, you can use machine lubricating oil in the fish tank tubes to reduce friction. Seventh step, finish decorating your tail. I'll be painting mine black and adding some fluff at the end, but you can also use stockings or socks to cover the mechanisms for a more organic look. Extra points if you have fluffy socks. Step 8, tie or glue the tail to your belt. I simply pulled some string around the belt and tail in a crossing pattern before knotting, and then around the edges of the tail and belt to tighten the grab, and finished with another simple knot. And there you have it, a cool mechanical puppet tail. You can tie the strings to yourself or your clothes, and you can also hide the strings under your clothes using whatever fish tank tube length you have left, because it's pretty cheap. You can also make this tail for less than 20 euros or dollars and have enough material to make another pair, so knock yourself out. The structure isn't limited to tails either. You can use it for tentacles, antennas, swords, whips, snakes, etc. Again, the possibilities are endless. Thanks for making it till the end. If you like this video, me, and or my channel, please consider subscribing. It's free and it'll help me continue making new things. You can also be one of the first people to buy me a coffee. You'll appear at the end of my next video as my dear gear. 'Cause this machine ain't moving without you. I'm still pretty new to content creation, so leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you want me to make next? What would you like to see? Do you have any advice on how to make my videos more appealing? I'll appreciate any feedback. I hope to see you on the next video. Hi there. This is a secret end to the video. I really appreciate all of you. You're all part of my biggest project, actually. I really want to go far, and each and every one of you are pieces of my puzzle. Every cog and screw is invaluable in my machine, and I'll do my best to take care of it. Thanks a lot for watching till the end. Stay awesome, and hope to see you again on the next video. And maybe you can help me find my loose screws. Bye!